Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to another Studio Ghibli Month review. And as you can see, today we are going to be talking about Howl's Moving Castle. And I'll be honest here, I'm pretty hyped about this one because I love this film. I've seen this film almost as many times as I've seen Spirited Away. It's that good. Um, and I've seen Spirited Away a lot, let's put it that way. Howl's Moving Castle centers around this young hat maker named Sophie, who is cursed by a witch, basically turning her into an old woman. She ends up kind of forcing her way into this moving castle run by a wizard named Howl, and she kind of acts as a cleaning lady for him. In the meantime, the witch is trying to do what she does best and cause trouble, while all these people around the world are starting to like go to war. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that in this film, a lot of anti-war sentiments that honestly are kind of a big part of a few Studio Ghibli films. Sophie is a fantastic protagonist. Whether she's young or old, it doesn't matter. She's beautiful, she's kind, she's just helpful and hardworking and so just likable. Like everything about her. As an old woman, she's kind of sassy and fun. As a young girl, she's really really just nice and caring, but also she knows who she wants to be and what she wants to do. She's voiced by Emily Mortimer as a young girl, and in her old woman form by Gene Simmons. Not that Gene Simmons, by the way. In fact, it might actually be pronounced something else. No, I think it would be Gene. Just a different person, not who you're thinking of. Howl, the wizard and the titular character of the film, he's really eccentric at times, but then there's other times where he shows that he kind of has this almost depression to him. He has these very dark moments where he seems like he's very depressed and almost to the verge of just wanting to give up on life. And Christian Bale is his voice actor in the dub, and he does it so phenomenally. He showcases that great range of being both eccentrically fun and really depressingly dark. He does it really well. The Witch of the Waste, who is one of the main villains, who, for the first half of the film at least, she's interesting. She's a fun character who's just kind of, she's not really threatening. Let's put it this way. She's not super threatening, but she actually kind of comes across as funny, and by the end of the film, you actually fall in love with her as a character. It's the weirdest thing, because at the beginning of the film, it's like, okay, bad guy. And you kind of feel like she's going to be this interesting villain. But by the end of the film, it goes in a completely different direction than what you expect, and you're like, I love her. I just love her. I want good things to happen to her. Now, in Howl's Moving Castle, he has a fire demon named Calcifer, who is voiced wonderfully in the dub by Billy Crystal. Calcifer is sassy, he's sarcastic, he's a bit of a troublemaker, and he, at first, doesn't get along too well with Sophie. They kind of butt heads a little bit, but they grow on each other. Calcifer mostly appears as a flame, just in the appearance of a flame, and later on has a bigger role to play in Howl's story. I'm not going to give that away, but it's a pretty big role. We also have other voice actors in this, such as Josh Hutcherson, Jenna Malone, Crispin Freeman, that one was good, and even Frank Welker, coming back from other Studio Ghibli films. Yeah, just a lot of great voices. The art and animation, this is, I think, one of the 3 best movies in Studio Ghibli's catalog in terms of art and animation. The other 2 being Spirited Away And probably I would want to say when Marnie was there. But they're for all different reasons. And I'm not even just saying this just because they're my three favorites of Studio Ghibli, to be honest. Howl's Moving Castle is fantastical. It's wild. It's expressive. It's beautiful at some points and really bleak at others. Spirited Away, meanwhile, is just a bunch of non-stop expressionist fantasy. It's wild. It's colorful. It's eccentric as hell. It's a lot more like wild than Howl's Moving Castle's art and animation is. And then you have When Marnie Was There, which is a lot more realistic and believable and emotional with its art and animation. It comes across as real, and it really hooks you in to that. So I'd say they're probably the three best in terms of art and animation, but again, for three very different reasons. Howl's Moving Castle also has the advantage of just being instantly memorable. All the characters, all the interactions, the story, the lines, like, I have heard so many people quote, "May all your bacon burn." More so than I've heard them quote anything from any other Studio Ghibli film. That line is famous for anime films and for Studio Ghibli as a whole. It is huge. I hear people quote it literally at almost every convention I attend. No joke. It's just really memorable. It's really likable. You just can't help but get invested in it. You can't help but adore every moment. When Sophie feels pain, you feel that pain. When a character in it is overjoyed and having fun, you feel that. You feel the emotions these characters are, and in my eyes, that's the sign of an amazing film. But tell me in the comments below what you thought of Howl's Moving Castle. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie Royal, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.